up? And welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking all about 90 Day Fiance the other way. This is season 3, episode 6. And the title of this episode is Proceed with Caution. We are going to do a mashup in today's video. I already have a video up with Jenny and Submit. So if you haven't already, go ahead and head to the channel and check that out. Show that video some love. Comment down below your thoughts on those two. But in this video, we're going to be talking all about Ari and Biniyam. We'll be talking about Steven and Alina, Kenny and Armando, and Ellie and Victor. So before we get started, my besties, you know the drill. Give this video a big thumbs up, share, subscribe, plus hit that bell so you will be notified on all future uploads coming out from this channel. I do have my phone here. I read from my notes. That's just how I roll, how I get down here on this channel, just so I can stay on topic and get out all the points that I want to discuss in regards to the couples, give you this recap, and get right out of your way. So let's go ahead and just get straight into it. I'm going to start off with Ari and Biniyam. Now, Ari and Biniyam are taking baby Avi to the doctor because he has a bulge near his groin area. Now, once they get to the doctor, they examine him and say that he has a hernia and will need to have surgery as soon as possible. Now, Ari questions the doctor on if he is sure that Avi needs surgery and wants to know if the baby can possibly wait to have this surgery. Now, Ari says that she's upset to find out the news, but trying to remain calm. As soon as they leave the appointment, Ari says that she just needs to talk to her mom and even briefly mentions possibly going back to the US. But Biniyam shuts that down real quick by saying that he doesn't want to think about that. He tells the camera crew that Ari not wanting to have the surgery in Ethiopia, it upsets him because he trusts the doctors in his country. Ari says that her insurance will pay for it in the US. Biniyam's fears are coming up, and you can tell that he's fearful that she will leave Ethiopia and not come back. Now, in the next scene, Biniyam goes to get a haircut. Now, you tell me, why was it necessary for him to tell the barber that Ari is different and not the other white? And then he pauses. Then he proceeds to say, she's someone else. Ari starts making these faces and noises like she's constipated. And she tells Biniyam that she has booked a flight and needs to take Avi home to have the surgery so her insurance would cover it. Biniyam says that Ari broke this news to him on purpose at the barbershop because she knew that he wouldn't be able to shout in front of people and he has too much pride or something like that. And Biniyam is only thinking about, I feel like, his fears and unable to see that she is doing this for the sake of the baby and she's doing what's best for the baby. Now, he starts bringing up Leandro and says that he won't allow her to leave and go back to America. Biniyam walks out the barbershop to get air, or to skip on paying the barber, I don't know. But he leaves out and Ari follows him out to the street and he's on his knees pleading, telling her if she loves him, she will stay. Biniyam says it's hard for him to trust another white girl. What does race have to do with it? Like, I just don't understand that, and I really don't like it when he keeps bringing that up. Like, what does race have to do with anything? Shaking my head. Later, they video call with Ari's mom, and Biniyam says that he's not happy, but if she must go, he wants her to come back. Ari leaves in 2 days for the US. Tell me, why does she film with Biniyam's sisters in another scene in this episode? Why does she do it? They are super rude, especially the youngest sister, Wish. In one scene, they go have a spa day, and once Ari gets there, Wish is like, why are you late? You're late. And Ari says everyone in Ethiopia is late, to which Wish replies, yeah, but you're not Ethiopian, so therefore you should be on time. They give her a dry old hug, and I feel like I just wouldn't be able to tolerate the disrespect. I don't care who you are. Biniyam wants Ari to tell his sisters that she plans to go back to the US. So Wish, when she breaks this news, gets emotional. But I didn't feel bad for her one bit because, oh, now you want to cry after being so rude. So nasty and so rude. Now, they don't trust or believe Ari will come back, but who knows if she will. I think she'll go home and not want to go back to Ethiopia. I think some things are going to transpire and she's just not going to want to come back, or she's going to see how good she has it in the US with her and her baby and the support of her family, and she's not going to want to go back. So comment down below your thoughts on those two, and let's move on to Steven and Alina. So Steven and Alina have been in Turkey for a week, and in this episode, they move into a bigger apartment. They unpack, then later decide to go for a walk in the park. Alina says when Steven told her that he wasn't ready to marry her, it hurt her. She goes on to say it makes her question if he loves her and is committed to her. Now, this young lady foolishly left her school, family, friends, and home just to be with a kid who has no plans to marry her. Okay, I think that is just all an adventure. It's an adventure for Steven, and another thing that he can write about in his journal. That's my opinion. He probably has a list of crazy things that he's done, and this would probably be one of them. So at the park, they talk about Steven and all his girlfriends. Steven had the audacity to say that he feels as though when Alina expresses her dislike of him having female friends, it's her being insecure. Excuse me? Excuse me. I don't know who this little chump thinks he is, but one thing I know for sure is he is a manipulator, and I don't like it. To me, I would think that someone leaving home and moving to a foreign country with a young lady, you would be sure about what you're doing, about at least being with her. Steven claims dating other women helped him to realize that he wants to be with Alina and that he's still not ready to get married yet. Alina says that it's a huge betrayal to find out that he's going out on dates throughout their relationship, or he was going out on dates throughout their relationship when they were long distance. While Steven is out, Alina checks in with her friend, Marcia. Y'all remember Marcia? She is the friend that she has messaging Steven to see if he will fall for the trap, to see if he is trustworthy. So Steven definitely fell for it and replied to Marcia's message. We find that out in this episode, inviting Marcia to visit him. Alina tells her friend to continue to message and test him more. She is not ready to confront Steven just yet, adding she wants to find out if she can trust him once and for all, but she doesn't want to give up and go back to Russia because she loves him. Steven was really full of it in this episode when he told Alina that even Jesus had friends with girls. Even he had friendships with girls. He feels as though he can get married to Alina and still maintain friendships with other women. He's lost his mind. Alina tells him if he deletes his social media, she will feel more confident about the relationship. Steven says that he's willing to submit to her and delete his social media, and Steven is lying through his teeth. Okay. Alina wants to go wine tasting in another scene, and the fact that Steven is mentioning the church but has been having sex with multiple girls is comical to me. You know, she wants to go wine tasting. He's like, oh, the church, and it's forbidden and all this stuff. But you sit up here having sex with multiple girls. So that is comical to me. Now, he agrees to go. And once they get there, they agree, not to swallow the wine. So Steven is so weird. He's making all these faces and just being immature, sticking his tongue in the cup. Like, it just is like these two definitely don't belong there. Too young. He decides to confess to Alina during this time. I guess a little bit of the wine got to him about his past. He tells her that he's not a virgin, and Alina is left speechless. Comment down below your thoughts. Let's move right along to Kenny and Armando. So Armando gets back home from having a conversation with his father, and he says that the conversation is what he's dreamed of because that's all he ever wanted to do was be able to talk with his father. Armando seems pleased with the turnout of this convo with his father, but when Kenny hears how the conversation went, he's not content. Kenny says that he wants to tell Armando that he feels disappointed because he feels as though his father did not commit to coming to the wedding. Armando seems to be happy though, and I think that Kenny needs to chill. I think he does. I think he needs to chill and let Armando worry about his family. In my opinion, he's being a little bit pushy just because when you had a different experience, and just because your family was accepting and was able to commit to you in certain areas, Armando has a different situation. So I think he just has to give it some time, allow Armando to work it. I think that it was definitely a positive, their conversation, and at least they were able to have that dialogue because Armando said he was never able to have that dialogue before. So I think Kenny just needs to have a little bit more patience with Armando and his father, and also remain hopeful. That's my opinion on that situation. Comment down below your thoughts. Now, in the next scene, Armando's sister and mother take Kenny's daughter, because she's there, Cassidy's there visiting, and Hannah as well, to look for fabric for the wedding. Now, Kenny's daughter gets emotional and wants to ensure them that Hannah is in good hands with her dad. In the next scene, they head over to the family compound to say their goodbyes and also to pick up Hannah. Now, Kenny just needs to stay positive and remain hopeful. I'm going to keep saying that. Armando's father comes out and embraces them all. I thought it was very sweet when he gifted Cassidy with a necklace. Very kind. I feel like it shows that he is trying. And I just thought it was a very sweet moment. Comment down below your thoughts. Let's move on to our last couple, which is Ellie and Victor. So Ellie says that her and Victor need to figure out where they're going to live and food, but worries that Victor may be thinking they will still live on the island. She says that she needs to have a conversation with him and get on the same page. Now, Victor says that he needs to rebuild and can't just run away. He doesn't plan to leave Providencia. Ellie says in order for her to feel comfortable, they need to have a solid plan. Now, Ellie is terrified and needs to carry her hind parts back home. That's your answer. Go home. It's been 6 days since she's been in Providencia, and she said that it's been an emotional roller coaster for her. She calls her best friend and updates her on the status of things, and Ellie feels a lot of pressure and says part of her wants to run home, but she wants to support Victor. Her friend brings up the infidelity, and Ellie says that she hasn't thought about it and knows that she can't ignore it for too long, but because of everything that's going on in Providencia, him needing to rebuild, them losing everything, she's waiting for the right opportunity or the right time to talk about it. So I'm very curious to know what you all thought of 90 Day Fiance The Other Way. This is season 3, episode 6, and the title is Proceed with Caution. We did a mashup with a lot of couples, Ellie and Victor, Steven and Alina. We also did Ari and Biniyam. So I'm very curious to know your thoughts in that comment section down below on these couples. Give this video a big thumbs up, share, subscribe, plus hit that bell so you will be notified on all future uploads coming out in the future from this channel. And as always, my besties, I appreciate your love, your patience, and your support. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.